What up, my fellow people? I haven't really had time to record any game videos today, so I decided I might as well curiously make my own more setup guide videos, or at least how to use things videos. Today we're going to talk about how to use a 3DS. So, we might as well start by turning it on. So this is my Red X Pokemon X and Y 3DS that I got last Christmas, or Christmas before last Christmas. And it's pretty good, you got this. So, it's an XL, by the way. So, I'm going to say we have the buttons. This is for anyone who's got a 3DS, so this would be good for teaching people to use a 3DS. So first we got the 4 face buttons, X, Y, B, and A. Then we got a D-pad and a circle pad. The D-pad's there because this is backwards compatible with Nintendo DS games, which can now also be played on Wii Virtual Console. These will, but the circle pad, Now, when playing DS games, the circle pad will, is pretty much as the D-pad, but it's much smoother when you're playing games like Mario Kart DS, so it's good. You also have the shoulder buttons, L and R. And next we have the game slot. You can put any Nintendo DS or Nintendo 3DS game in the slot, and it'll go in. You need to charge your 3DS? Well, you have to put it on the charger. This cord will work with DSi and 3DS. It's good that Nintendo used the same chargers for the 3DS as it did the DSi. There's also some other things in here, but I don't know everything about them. There are also, for some of the DSs, a charger port, but that's what that's for right there. Next, you have the select and start button. They do about the same thing. In the home menu button, when you're playing a game or any sort of software, you can go back to the home menu and even switch games while you're there before exiting your own game. You still have to exit out of it before doing this. As well as immediately exit softwares that can be used while other games are on, such as Miiverse or Friendlist. So, let's go ahead and turn it on. Now, I'm also going to talk about anything else that has the 3DS so far. I don't know this mention. First of all, you can have your own themes. Like the Sonic Boom theme. Next, on the bottom screen are your softwares, and little options you do with them. Up here are softwares that can be used while other games are being played, such as a good game, Pokemon X and Y, Game Notes, Friend List, Notifications, your Internet Browser, and Miiverse. You can also do stuff like this. Customize your home menu, just like the DSi. I prefer mine to have the software sort of like my Wii U, so that way it don't feel too different apart. Anyway, you can have softwares like the current game it's in, or your Mii Maker, where you'll make your Mii, and even find your other people's Miis that you made by your friends or Miis that you saved. Next, you can change things about your system with the system settings, including Nintendo Network ID. Nintendo Zone, wherever you're near some other place with a certain Wi-Fi connection, you can see other stuff through Nintendo Zone. Now this is through free Wi-Fi connections at places like McDonald's or Cherry Berry, which used to be in Taupo, was replaced by some freaking dance studio, which I don't like. Next, you also have video on demand softwares through eShop, like Netflix or YouTube. You'll need Nintendo Network ID to download them, which moves under the next Nintendo eShop. On Wii U, it can be used while other softwares are on, but on 3DS, you can only start it while other softwares are off. Next, this will explain some further things about, if you have seizures while playing games or stuff like that. There's also some pre-downloaded games on here, like AR games, which is the AR cards, and Face Raiders, a game for kids to play, but if they do not have currently bought a Nintendo 3DS game yet. As well as the DS Town, you can download music on your SD card and listen to it on your 3DS, even while the system's closed. And your camera, kind of the DSi, the 3DS has its own camera, and it even has a way of activating by pressing L and R at the same time. Like this. that was one of the many things that could happen while the 3DS has the Nihilus software on. Plus, even if you press the power button, whether it's on a game or not, it will only close any software that's on. Closing will put in sleep mode, and you can either press the home menu or press the just the home menu button to go back to the home menu, or you can press power off or power back on to go back. Now, anytime you restart the system, next moves on to themes. You can see by twice our themes have changed. You're gonna have different themes downloaded on the theme shop. Pretty cool, right? One I'm using is Shuffle Favorites. All of my themes are shuffled to where it will change every time I do stuff like reset the system or play the game for a while and home menu again. Also, there's different folders. I use this for all the DSi games I downloaded through DShop. Pretty cool, right? Next is some other apps that you can download and games, including the Virtual Console service through the eShop that has started ever since Wii and DSi. Basically, you can play old games on here. Pretty cool, if you ask me. And there's some other games. So, what are we asking? So yeah, there's also the service of Street Pass and Spot Pass. You'll get some new notifications through here. Spot Pass allows notifications that update games and many different stuff, as well as tell you whether or not you have Street Pass. Street Pass, you will only see the Street Pass data by entering the game itself or software. If that's Spot Pass, it's blue. If it's, see right here? Now, but if the Street Pass, it will flash green. Like right here. Next of all, if you have Spot Pass and Street Pass, the icon will have a flashing blue and flashing green icon. They'll flash blue and green alternately, showing that it has both Spot Pass and Street Pass data found. Pretty cool, right? You can't see it very well, but you can probably see close enough that this is flashing blue and green, as this one's flashing blue, and this one has a flashing green dots. Also, if you usually you also get a notification if there's a friend online, someone around here anytime you close the home menu, whether you're on a game or not. This right here, you can view your friends and even add more friends in friend list. Game Notes allows you to draw little drawings, and even do like your current screenshot of your game. That's right. This usually is better off going on when the software is on. The internet browser likes to support the internet even when the game is on. Miiverse, you can post to Nintendo and everything. And it's even and anything you do here on Miiverse will also count as doing it on your Wii U. As in, if you check notifications on your Wii U, they won't be there anymore on your 3DS. You can also access Miiverse on different devices such as tablets and phones. Like this. So yes, pretty cool, right? You can also check your daily activities through Activity Log. Yes. You can also do the famous thing called Download Play, which started ever since the DS. And Download Play for 3DS, you can play multiplayer with anyone, certain people in certain games that that can be played. So if you do not have the game, go here. And if it's a 3DS game you're playing with somebody that you don't have, click 3DS. If it's a DS game, you can click DS. DS will also take you to a DS, what I like to call DS mode. It will go, it will switch to the same screen you'll see on Nintendo DS Download Play. Same exact screen. And that's where you can also change the settings for any games you play on DS through system settings as well. As well as internet settings, parental controls, and some other stuff, including data management through your DSi and 3DS. Take note that DSi and DS games have their save data through system memory. Only 3DS games can take advantage of the SD card memory containage, which you can find your SD card through here. if you want to change SD cards, do not do it while the 3DS is on, or it could corrupt any data on there. Now, take a note that if you want, you cannot any game data or software on an SD card cannot be read on another 3DS. If you want to read it on another 3DS, you must do a system system transfer through system settings, and through certain rules that are very complicated and I don't know much about. Say when my old 3DS broke, I lost a lot of games because I could not transfer anything after it broke. I wish I could show you what it looked like now. Basically, it's still taken apart when we tried to fix it. I don't know if I still have the old battery on it, but if I do, it'd be good because of that spare battery on here. The good thing about the XL, it has a longer battery. Oh yeah, take in mind, this is a little thing I know. It's much easier to look at the battery on here, though it's still about just as hard as well. Take off the battery of your 3DS. By removing this cover, as well as unscrewing the little screws right here. If you take out the battery and put it back in, or put in another battery, not much will happen, except for the date and time on your 3DS will be reset. And this should probably say 0000. This shows your current internet connection. This shows, and the 3DS also has a pedometer. It counts your steps and your earned play coins for certain games, like on Street Pass Mini Plaza, for you to use. So the 3DS kind of encourages people to take it out in your pocket and get some good old exercise, like take your nice dog for a walk. And one thing, I like taking my nice dog for a walk. Like what I do, I don't take my 3DS with me, but I do love to pretty much like walk down. Okay, you don't know where I live, so you're not gonna know much about this. But I like to walk down all the way down to the stop sign to my street. The street I live on isn't very long till it's dead end, which is very rounded. I'll give you a nice little look right now. Basically, I walk all the way down there, down that street that you can barely see, and basically I walk downhill to Greenwood, which is pretty much located down the hill. Then, but before you get to Greenwood, I walk down into Oakwood, the entrance of Oakwood, and then I go through their streets until I make it out on Cedar Avenue. Then I walk down that street, down the hill there, and then end up at my friend Aaron's house. Visit with him for a while. Maybe I might even bring my 3DS to play some games with him. And then me and my dog walk up Cedar Avenue Hill, not back to Oakwood, up Cedar Avenue Hill, and then come back to Cedar Place, which is on the other side from where I walked. And then walk down the street and come back to my house. It's a very good walk. It makes good exercise. Sure, walking is that much of exercise, but it keeps me fit. And I eat a lot. Good thing I have a good metabolism. But you might want to hear some more about how 3DS works. Well, then again, so yeah. Here, we're almost done with this. You can change the theme in your home menu, and you can save and load layouts through your SD card on your 3DS. Change the brightness. And then you can also use power saving mode. This also affects the brightness. If it's off, the power this video screen will be can be at its brightest. Though if it's on, which I like to keep it on, it's just a little less brighter compared to your setting. Depending on your setting, but it's a little less brighter than it is, but it saves power on your battery. And it's not even that less bright, so it's really good, and I suggest keeping power saving mode on. Now, this is the only thing through the internet browser, and of course, if you have a new Nintendo 3DS, you can use Amiibo, which is located here. You can visit the eShop and system settings from here, which can also be visited from there, and some contact information, which is good. Anyway, that about wraps up all my instructions on how to use a Nintendo 3DS, and pretty much all its features. So, if you got a brand new 3DS, good for you, or new Nintendo 3DS. That's all I have to say about this. See you all, peace gamers. This will go alongside of my Amiibo set. Check out other videos like this, like I made my Amiibo setup guide. Instructions on how to use your Amiibo with Wii U. I don't have a new 3DS, and I don't have the Amiibo port, which ain't even out yet. So yeah, but when that comes out, I'll also include instructions on how to use Amiibo with Nintendo 3DS. See you all.